Full. Yeah. It's me. Let's hear it for me. I am Ben Yosef, the president and founder of the IPL. This is Press Pass at the 2024 9th annual IPL Southwest Grand Prix. We have some exciting pros we're going to talk to here. So many cool things happening at this show. One of the very cool things is our new shape division. Interestingly enough, our 3 pros that are here to talk to us are competing as amateurs in this division against each other. And that's in the Masters 40+ class. So that'll be interesting and fun. I'm Ben Yosef, Press Pass. Welcome. I will leave that out there. Okay. This is Press Pass. First up, we have IPL Pro Lesley Beck. This is a lot here. She's got a lot of notes. She is a Seam magazine cover girl, NATURALMAG cover girl. She's currently the most winning IPL Pro with 11 pro titles. More pro titles tomorrow. One of those is going to be in the Pro Masters Bikini Model division, and the other is in Pro Masters Fitness Angels. Also be debuting and aiming for more pro qualifications in Shape Masters 40+, Shape Open, and Swimsuit Model Masters 40+. Welcome back to Press Pass, Lesley Beck.
Thank you. That was quite the welcome. Thank you.
We always have a mouthful for you.
I'm sure.
You stay active and busy and do a lot of exciting things. So we're honored to have you back.
I'm honored to be here and really excited for the show tomorrow.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's talk shape, right? Obviously, it's one of the most exciting pieces of news, things happening in the IPL, our new shape division. We're premiering this division, obviously, tomorrow, and you've entered both the Masters 40+ class as well as the Open class. Normally, you don't compete in Open classes, right? Why shape and why Shape Open? Why do you want to jump into the Open?
Brand new division, and as you remember, I did Open and Masters in the Bikini Model when it first became a division. I was the first ever Bikini Model Masters Open winner. So that's something that was, on the cover of Natural Magazine. I was very proud of. So when I heard a new division was coming out, I thought I had to jump on that opportunity too. So we'll see how it goes.
So you're into the Open classes for new divisions.
Sure. Yeah.
To try them. I like it. You're a good sport.
Yeah.
Good, fun sport. Did you do anything differently with your prep or training this time around, specifically thinking about the shape division?
I wouldn't say anything too specific because I think it's kind of an unknown, going into it as the very first time and kind of knowing what the judges are looking for in terms of criteria, but I don't think not really knowing for sure until we all step on stage and see what everybody's presenting. And so yeah, I definitely tried to build up my upper and lower body because that's specific categories that are being judged. So definitely increase in weights and trying to just be more adding more volume to my workouts for sure.
How do you balance, I guess, the shape physique with, let's say, Bikini Model or Fitness Angels? And this is something that I think a lot of girls will maybe learn from what your answer might be, because how do you balance? Because you're still competing in, the other divisions. So how do you approach that? How do you balance the development of your physique?
Well, I don't know if there's a specific look per se for the Bikini Model or Fitness Angels. If you look around to all the competitors in those 2 divisions specifically and look at the different people that have gotten the pro card in their divisions, I think we are on a very wide spectrum of our physiques. So I think with those divisions and why I like them both so much is because you can kind of develop your own. A lot of it is about the look, especially Fitness Angels, your routine. There's a lot of other things that go into those categories other than just I have a good physique. So I think they all balance out, together really well.
You're going to be competing as an amateur in shape against some pros, right? So you You all have achieved pro status and titles, actually, but I don't know if it's backtracking, but you're taking a step down into the amateurs for the shape division, which is exciting. You're going to be competing against Deanna Faulkner in shape masters, as well as Chrissy Jack, who are here to talk to us today. What do you know about Deanna and Chrissy, if anything?
Well, we just met right before the press conference, so I definitely recognize their names. I don't think I'm not sure if anyone has competed in Arizona. I've only stayed in Arizona throughout my IPL journey, so I haven't met a lot of the other competitors that are from different states and done different shows. So don't know too much, but they seem very nice. Very, I'm always happy to share the stage with fellow pros. I think the more pros in a show, the better. Personally, like the experience.
So you probably just answered this, really, but I was going to ask, do you think about, and I think I've asked you this before, but do you think about your competitors, especially when you know who you're competing against? Do you look at them? Do you Instagram stalk them?
No,
Or
I
do you
try
just
not
take
to
it
do
off?
that
Right.
because comparison is the thief of joy. That's literally become my new favorite quote, and I remind myself of it all the time because when I start going down that rabbit hole of looking, whether it's people in the IPL, whether it's just random people on social media, it can really get in your head, and that's not what you want at the end of the day. But after competing against, Alex, for example, Alex Hackett, we've competed together a lot in the past couple of years. So, if she's someone I going up against, of course, I know how she's going to present and how the competition is going to be. So, but I think it's good not to necessarily compare, but just to have everyone's experience up there and just being there with other seasoned competitors is always a benefit.
So my last question for you, and maybe the answer to this is obvious, but going back to shape, what are you looking to achieve? Like what would be a success for you? Is it just getting up there in that division? Like what are you looking to
Well,
achieve
I
with shape?
remember a certain someone, Ben, saying that it's a potential magazine cover for the next pro. And if I could be like the
It's true.
first bikini model pro and the first shape pro,
I like
I think I would like that.
I like it. I like it too. Well, we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
That's all for me. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here and doing this again.
Thank you.
I hand it over to Mark.
All right. Hey, Lesley, how you
Hi,
doing?
I'm good.
All right. So you have 11 pro titles right now. What does it mean to you having the most pro titles amongst the current IPL athletes?
It means an incredible, amazing honor I could never even imagined I would have achieved. And I say that because all of our pros, deserve to be up there as well. I don't think I'm any more special than any of the other pros in the IPL. Everyone is great and has their strengths and is very deserving of their title. So to be up amongst such great competitors, it means a lot.
All right. So tomorrow you'll be aiming to add pro titles in Masters Bikini Model and Masters Fitness Angels to your impressive resume already. So which of these divisions appeal to you the most?
I'm going to say Fitness Angels just because I have a really good, I love doing everything. You've probably noticed in the past shows, I love doing something different each time with my presentation, my routine, and the outfit in general. So I'm just really excited for what I'm bringing tomorrow. It's a little different than what I've done before. So, and also, I love the bikini model division too, because it's another one you can have some creativity and fun with, especially the posing.
Okay. And you'll also be aiming to add pro cards in our newest division, Shape, in both Masters and Open. What do you think about this division and what ways does it appeal to you?
Well, I think it's always been discussed amongst people in the IPL that have competed. There's been a desire, especially for the women, to have what is equivalent in the IFBB of what they call the wellness division, which is, for someone who maybe has difficulty maintaining the lean structure of a bikini physique, a little bit more muscular development. So I think it's a great opportunity for people of different shapes and physiques to kind of just show what they have. If maybe sometimes they can't, like I said, get to that level of what the judges are looking for in the bikini division.
All right. Thanks, Lesley. We'll see you
right,
tomorrow.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Let me give one more in there. Just
Okay.
I want to hear the shout outs. Give some thank yous, some shout outs to, obviously it takes a village a lot. We're not traveling on this journey by ourselves, right?
Sure.
So just give some shout outs and thank yous to some of the people or teams, whatever, that are responsible for getting you here today.
My husband, my family, everyone that I've connected with and made friendships with in this league along the way. I have a lot of people that I look up to. Alex, who's competing tomorrow, she's always, you know, she's always someone that's right in my ear and giving me encouragement throughout our preps. So definitely a special shout out to her. And of course, Danielle, fellow pro as well. She's been along this journey with me since I've started. So yeah, they're definitely two special people that are, you know, people I always like to shout out when I can.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank
It's
you,
going to be a good
guys.
day. Thank you. Thank you, Lesley. All right. There's my intro. I was looking for that page. Mark Monaco is my co-host. Mark is a 5-time IPL Pro champion, head judge, and 2-time Athletic Magazine cover guy. Mr. Mark Monaco. Thanks, buddy. Sorry for the improper or absent introduction, but there you have it. All right, next up, we have Chrissy Jack. Chrissy Jack, IPL Pro Chrissy, from Utah to Arizona to be a part of this. After 2 years away at this contest, she will compete in Bikini Masters 40 plus, and she'll join the pro class in Bikini Masters. If she earns that pro card, she's already committed to that. She will also be competing in the new shape division in Masters 40 plus, and will compete in 2 pro classes, Pro Women's Athletic and Pro Evening Gown. This is her first time on IPL Press Pass. Welcome to Press Pass, Chrissy Jack.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the warm welcome there.
Thank you for being here and welcome back to the IPL. What have you been up to for the last 2 years?
I knew this was coming. Well, so I had originally lived in Pennsylvania, decided to go on a spiritual journey. So I moved out west with my dog. Had no idea where I was eventually going to land, but I just knew I really wanted to be out west. Looked at Reno, couldn't stand it. So I went to Zion, fell in love. So I live about 25 minutes from Zion National Park and go on hikes, go paddleboarding, just living the dream right now.
Interesting. What can you
Yeah.
tell us about your spiritual journey that you don't mind sharing here? You seem very zen. You seem,
Yeah,
Tell us a bit about that.
it has really created a lot of balance in my life, and just doing daily meditations has really just, eliminated stress. And I come in here and, I used to be super competitive, really get in my head a lot, and to a certain extent I still do, but I just realized, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Just go out and have fun. So it's just what I'm here to do. Go out and have fun.
I like it. You are doing quite a few divisions tomorrow, including the new IPL Shape division. Shape is a big theme at this show. So why Shape?
Well, I got excited because it's a new division. I thought, my chance to make it potentially. So, and I also like the fact that it is more of a balance rather than the wellness division. Wellness division is a little bit more bottom heavy, and I'm not really big on the pear shape look. It's not my favorite. So I like the fact that I get to really stack the upper body along with it.
Very cool. And I mean, people probably know what my whole take on wellness is or shape, or we've done some videos and stuff like that on that. So you kind of just spoke to my whole idea about the whole thing, but so I won't get into that. But at your last show you competed in, you were not quite 40 years old yet.
I was not quite 40.
Right?
years
Not
old.
quite.
Nope.
So you've since turned 40 and are now eligible to enter the Masters classes, which you have done for tomorrow. Of course, some open classes as well. How are you feeling at 40 and Masters eligible?
You know what? It doesn't feel a whole lot different from 39, but I have to say, just being in the fitness world in general and keeping myself hydrated, going to the gym daily, eating healthy, it has really paid dividends because, I went to my 20th class reunion not that long ago, and I don't like to toot my own horn here, but I feel like I've aged more gracefully than some people have.
Sure. So you're feeling good at 40.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm embracing it.
Awesome. We're going to be seeing you in both amateur open and pro open classes tomorrow. How are you feeling, I guess, about Masters versus open? Are they just the same, or how do you feel?
Well, I decided to give the Masters division, the try this time just because why not? I'm 40, so I just wanted to embrace the whole, just, embrace the Masters title. Since I'm now eligible, I thought, you know what, go for the Masters. It's since I'm qualified.
Do you think, and maybe after tomorrow you'll be able to answer this better, but moving forward, I mean, not to, we have the, the power of now, we have to focus on the now. But do you think Masters is going to be somewhere that you had? And then also we have, there's pros within the IPL that are barely 40 that won't do Open, and that could kick butt. I won't say any names, but that could totally kick butt in Open. Don't do it because they're 40 and they want to hang out with people their own age. I'm quoting.
I mean, that was kind of my thought, was like, I kind of want to compete against, women my own age. I figure, you know what, I am not a spring chicken anymore, so maybe
Yes,
I'll be a little
you
more. Thank you. So I thought, since I am technically qualified, I'll go for the Masters, but I do have kind of a plan going forward to alternate, do Masters some years, Open other, and that way it'll leave me time for costume changes.
Nice.
So I'm not just running around like a chicken with my head cut
I
off
mean, or
backstage.
Master and Open in the same show. Why would you wait between shows? Why wouldn't
Well,
you just?
if I did as many divisions as I normally do, not much time for.
If you did
I'd
like,
have to,
right.
It'd be like Lady Gaga back there.
I know, but
just
if you
trying to-
did like the same, if you do Athletic Masters, Athletic Open comes after, right? So it's not.
It does, but then if I needed to get ready for, if I step into sports model, for instance,
Okay.
now I gotta have time to change.
All right, fair enough.
Because I'm planning on running the gamut. Like I'm only doing 4 this time, but I do plan on adding back in swimsuit model.
Awesome.
Sports model.
Awesome.
If I can grow my upper body more, who knows? Maybe figure might be on the horizon. I'm not going to rule it out.
But we're excited to have you back. I didn't remember, I couldn't recall, but I asked you the other day if you'd ever won any IPL Pro title. I should know this stuff, but
I have not. No, I only
as the years go on, I start forgetting what all people have done. So you've not won a pro title.
I have not won a pro title yet.
You've competed as a pro several times, several divisions as well.
Yeah. Athletic and evening gown.
What would it mean to you to win a pro title tomorrow? Like, how important is that to you to snag one of those titles? I mean, we're not going to reach Lesley Beck's wins, but
I don't aspire to go out there and crush her record, but it'd be nice to just get that milestone. Feel like maybe get once I do the Masters some year, then it'd be nice to have that tiara.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Shape has a tiara, Bikini Masters 40 plus that you compete when you win the pro card.
Right.
It comes with the tiara, so you've got several
options.
tiara opportunities tomorrow. So awesome.
All right. Yeah.
Mark.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so last time we saw you compete was 2 years ago in California. What changes, if any, have you made in preparation for this show?
All right. Well, to give a shout out to Amy Russell here, because I kind of followed in her footsteps in a way. She was in my team, and we both had the same coach, Kat Ryan. Love her very much. And whenever I was going through prep, same time as her for that show, she said that she was not going to be tracking her macros. She was just going to be kind of going with the flow. And I thought, well, it's a very bold strategy there, but I'd like to see how that works out. So I don't know, just kind of going through my spiritual phase here. I've been hitting the gym, but I've been also kind of taking a more holistic approach, working on, my mind, my soul, doing all that. So I have not been tracking my macros this time. I've been listening to my body and seeing if I feel too wiped out, I need to give myself some rest. If I need more energy, I'm going to have to add some more carbs back in, just stuff like that. So can't tell you the last time I've weighed my meal. Can't even, up until I went to the doctor, I had not even weighed myself. So I've just been going strictly on how I look and how I feel. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes this time. But now, before that, I had been strictly dedicated to weighing everything, putting everything in MyFitnessPal, sending my progress pictures weekly to my coach. I've maybe missed a handful of workouts that she sent me in my life. So, I mean, it's a complete polar opposite. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
All right. One of the divisions you'll be aiming to earn your pro card in tomorrow's Bikini Masters.
Mhm.
With the qualification, you would face off against two-time pro champion Alex Hackett. What are your thoughts about a potential showdown with Alex?
I think it'll be a pleasure to grace the stage with, a seasoned pro like that. I'm honored. And I don't have a lot of expectations for that, but I want to go in and with just a relaxed attitude, not get in my head too much, and just have fun with it, and really just enjoy the. One thing I do really like about the IPL is that it's not like we're competitive, but we're very sportsmanlike, and everybody's very supportive of each other. So that's really what I look forward to.
All right. And you'll also be aiming to win pro titles in women's athletic and evening gown. Which of these categories is your favorite?
Definitely athletic fits my personality the best. I was whenever I got my evening gown pro card, to be honest with you. It was a routine I practiced the least, and I would say it was probably my least favorite division. But you know what? I really decided to embody it that day, and here we are.
All right, nice. Do you have any shout-outs that you want to give?
Kat Ryan. This is my first show without her here, but she's definitely here with me in spirit. My family back home, I know that if it wasn't so far away, they would definitely be here. And I've been kind of traveling around, so I don't really have a dedicated gym right now, but my gym from Pennsylvania, Beck, that's my favorite home gym.
Lastly, tell us about your competition. Do you wear this robe only on competition weekends?
100%.
Only on. It's
Yeah.
reserved. Okay, you're not wearing this after the shower, or like
Nope.
meditating
this
at home?
is strictly my show
Nice.
robe.
And where'd you get it?
I got it on Amazon, but I
Oh, okay.
have to tell you, I
I was looking for a spiritual
scrolled-
story or like some type of
Scrolled through hundreds of these to get the perfect
in Tibet.
look.
I thought
Yeah.
maybe in Tibet or like on a pilgrimage.
I mean, it might be next door in China, but
Right.
same area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Christy, you are awesome. Thank you. All right, finally, we have Dee Faulkner. She traveled from Florida to Arizona for this show. She's an Inspire magazine cover girl, figure Masters Pro. At this contest, she will compete in figure open, shape novice, shape Masters 40 plus, shape open, women's athletic Masters 40 plus, and women's athletic open. She's going to be very busy. If she earns her athletic open pro card, she will compete as a pro for that class, making her pro debut. She's already committed to that. A little convincing, but she committed. This is her first time on Press Pass. Welcome to Press Pass, Dee Faulkner.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome to have you here in Arizona. We met you in Destin, Florida last fall. You were a highlight of that show, earned your Masters Pro card in figure. Congrats again on that. And again, welcome to Press Pass.
Thank you.
So you traveled from Destin, Florida to Arizona for this competition. What brought you basically across the country? What brought you to Arizona? Obviously the show, but why this show?
I wanted to do, I'm going to do the
Talk,
one in
put that close to
Destin.
your mouth. Yeah.
I'm going to do the show in Destin. And I wanted to do one more show this year, but I didn't want to do one in the spring because I was turning 50 and didn't want to be prepping during my birthday
All right.
celebration.
All right.
So I looked at the fall shows, and I used to live out here. I haven't been back since I moved away in 2007. Phoenix wasn't really a good memory for me, and I kind of wanted to reframe that in my mind.
That's nice. I like that. Well, we're happy to have you here and honored to have you here. You earned your, again, figure Master Pro card in Destin last fall. Tomorrow you're competing in some new divisions, athletic and shape. Why the new divisions?
I wanted to add some of the girls in Destin did an additional division, and the athletic one really kind of piqued my interest, but last show was my very first show and I really didn't know what I was getting into. So after watching the rest of the show, after being on stage, I liked the athletic. It's kind of more like me. So I added that one. And then shape, I'm a little more hourglass than, I don't know, I guess some girls are. I've always been like that hourglass figure. And so that's kind of, I saw it as a way for me to step into more of the bikini role, but something that fit my body more, that I wouldn't have to do extreme dieting for.
Nice. Two of the athletes that you're going to be competing against in the shape division tomorrow are Lesley, who we saw earlier today chatting with us, and Chrissy. What do you know about Lesley and Chrissy? Or again, do you not really follow the IPL girls? If you know you're going to compete against someone, like a lot of times, especially as a pro, you kind of know who you're going to compete against. We advertise and market that.
Right.
Do you look at these girls or Instagram stalk them, or do you just say, hey, whatever's whatever?
I've seen like on the posters for all of the shows. So I'm familiar with Lesley, but Chrissy, I'm not as familiar with. But that's pretty much it. I am trying to be on social media just to like build up my own image, I guess. But I haven't had a lot of time to like look at other
Right.
things.
I'm just curious. Either way, whatever works. Very cool. So you don't really think about other competitors, or maybe not by name or by face, but in general, do you say, I wonder who I'm going to go against, or I wonder if I'm going to whatever this, or do you just really take it all in stride? Whatever happens, happens. Focus on yourself.
I think I focused on myself, but then I did get to a point about a week ago where I was like, what am I doing? What have I gotten myself into now? Like, am I gonna be ready? Is my body gonna do what I want it to do, or how I feel that it should look? And of course, I have my own insecurities about different things. I've been injured, gained weight, gone through depression. And so like working my way back, there's always that little voice in the back of my head, like, what are you doing? Are you doing enough? Are you more like not a specific person, but just an image, I guess, that I had in my head of like, are you going to embarrass yourself? Are you, yeah, like, are you going to embarrass yourself? Are you going to know what you're doing? Are you going to forget what you're doing? So just kind of like that, not a specific person, but just kind of like what I have in my own head.
How do you feel now, I guess, surrounding this show, heading into this show, compared to how you felt? I know obviously it was different. That was your first show, but I don't know about your confidence or how prepared you are or whatever. What's the difference between your vibes now versus Destin last fall?
Well, last time I was prepping with, I think there were 7 of us. Mm-hmm. So we would work out together. We would do our accessories together. If one of us was worried about something, we had a group chat. So we would kind of bounce things off of each other and pump each other up. This time it's just me. So there isn't that like super vibe. There is a group that was doing a 12-week nutrition prep, but I'm the only one getting on stage. So there was that. So I did hit like a kind of a wall a few days ago, right before I flew out, and I was kind of in a funk. And my coaches went on vacation. They're in Hawaii. So I just, I put something out there on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I had a lot. I never feel like I'm going to have like the support of, I don't want to say strangers, acquaintances on Facebook. And so I just put it out there, and everybody was so supportive and like just reminded me that I'm doing this for myself.
Right.
So I think it was pretty steady the whole time. And then that little drop off. But once I started packing to come out here, then it kind of turned around. And when I got here, I've just been kind of zipping around the town and,
Very cool. Very
doing
cool.
my
We had
thing.
an awesome photo shoot today. Some fire photos that have come out of there. People will see. You'll see. So yeah, awesome. Finally, you're competing in athletic tomorrow. If you earn your pro card there, you have decided that you will compete as a pro, making your pro debut. That pro debut would be against Chrissy Jack, who we just spoke with. What are you feeling? I guess, how are you feeling about the athletic division? Again, this kind of goes back to my previous question, but how are you feeling about that division and the idea of going against Chrissy, or again, no big deal. You're not really thinking about Chrissy. You're not really.
Well, that was just kind of like a week ago. I decided to do that
Right.
when you
Couple days
asked
ago.
me
Whoa.
if I was going to do
Right.
that.
Well, I got to ask.
So I haven't really I think I've told you I kind of take things in steps. So I get to a certain point and I check that off, and then I go to the next thing and I check that off. So I try not to think too far ahead. The athletic division, though, like out of prepping for all 3 like posing practices, I feel like that's probably the one I needed to nail down, or like kind of get a feel for it more than the other divisions. It was just, I guess it was just harder. It was just harder for me because I don't know. It was a little rough, but once I like had a couple practice posing sessions, then I was like, okay, what if I add shape too? Like, ask my coaches, like, what if I did this? And they're like, yeah, do it. Like, do whatever. Like, come on. So I'm like, we'll figure it out.
All right, Dee, welcome to Phoenix.
Thank you.
So Ben already talked about this, but you competed in Florida last October. That's where you earned your pro card and figure masters. How important was that pro qualification to you?
Honestly, I didn't really even know what I was doing, and I was shocked. I kind of just, when I entered the show last time, it was like a last minute decision. I was leaving to go out of town, and Kimmy had been talking about it. And I think I was leaving like that next Tuesday, and that Friday I decided to do the show. So I just was doing what they were telling me to do, what my coaches were telling me to do. So like I said, I do things in steps and I don't look too far ahead. So I really had no idea what the pro status was. Now I do.
All right. What does it mean to be the IPL's newest Inspire magazine cover girl?
Don't make me cry. It was very emotional because I know the journey that I have been on. So yeah, just knowing where I've been, what I've come through, where I'm going. It really meant a lot. It did. It meant a lot, and it means a lot. Anytime I post anything, and I have the support that I do.
Yeah, I was at that shoot too. How hard was it to hold those pull-ups? And I know Ben had you do some crazy things on that shoot.
Yeah, that was it was more the lat pull downs. Like I was like, can we be done now? Like I think I'm gonna get a cramp. I don't know.
All right. Last question. So tomorrow you'll be aiming to add pro cards in several divisions, including shape. Which of the categories are you most excited about?
I think shape. That little bikini is like, I really, really like the bikini that I got, and I like the fit, and I'm excited about that. I guess I'm more excited about when I compared pictures from the last show to now, and have seen the difference in my body. I think that like just like going for that shape division, like my whole focus has been like on my behind, which that was kind of the whole reason I actually did the Destin show last October. Was I wanted to see what my body could do, and I knew that if I didn't have an end goal in sight, that I wasn't going to put in the work to get to where I wanted to go. So.
All right. Do you have any shout outs?
I do. Yes. Yeah. My husband has been super supportive of me, and our traveling. He made arrangements so I could have hotel rooms where we had a kitchen, or He was fine with carrying on my food for me when we were on vacation. Rented a car for me so that I could go out in Vegas to a gym and work out. So he's been super supportive. My coaches, like I love Kimmy for bringing the show to Destin. I would have never known about the IPL had it not been for her. My coaches, Kristen and Alex, and my gym, Militia Fitness. Yeah, and all my family and all my people who have cheered me on, motivated me, supported me. Yeah, a lot of people.
Awesome. It does take a village, doesn't it?
It does.
Deanna, thank you for being here. We're excited to have you in Florida, from Florida to Arizona. You're an exciting, fun competitor. We're excited to see what you bring tomorrow. Welcome back to the IPL stage. Thanks for doing Press Pass. It was great having you here.
Thank you
All
for
right.
asking me.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. That is Press Pass from the 2024 9th Annual IPL Southwest Grand Prix. This is the 9th year running for this show. We're excited for tomorrow. Press Pass. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
That was great. Thanks for the invite. I didn't know if we could cheer.